minute or two
All
after
right.
Pamela goes and does a quick order of change.
So talk amongst yourselves.
And let me actually put an earbud in so I can hear everyone, so I'm not talking over people like I usually
Also, you
do.
just green screened.
I'm wearing my CosmoQuest shirt.
You know that we're on stream,
Wearing
right?
my blue meatball. Yes.
Hi, stream.
Hello, voice from above.
I'm just in a pretty blue shirt that tried to green screen me into my moon back here earlier. So,
It's
and now
just-
I've let down my hair and it's trying to green screen too. So stop it.
It looks very ginger.
It is very ginger. No, you are not wrong. This is the hilarity that Nikki and I continue to forget. It's like childbirth. It's like, let's try and bleach your hair again. Why won't it bleach blonde?
Yep.
Because I don't bleach blonde. Why do we forget this every few
Oh
years?
yeah, I bleach very auburn.
Yeah, I am strawberry blonde. There is no
Yep.
there's just
Yep.
Yeah.
If I want to be strawberry blonde, all I have to do is bleach my hair. And if I want to bleach my hair blonde enough to like actually dye it purple, like I've had it in the past, it usually takes 2 rounds of bleach. So it's like bleach, let it rest for a week or two while I look like the gingeriest ginger ever. And then I have to do another pass with the bleach. And my hair
Yeah,
grows so
we're-
fast that by that time I have roots and I just give up.
See?
Yep.
And honestly, it started to look better once the roots came in. This is only like 2 weeks. Seriously, this is only 2 weeks. And the roots started to come in and it looked less bleachy blonde at the roots, which is like the one spot that gets enough heat.
Yep.
And I'm like, why do I do this to myself? Every couple of years,
It's
and
why
if I try to put color on it now, this orange will not help.
Oh yeah, you'll end up with like a red toned violet if you go purple, and then if you try to
If you try to go pink, you end up with like an orange. If you try to, it doesn't work. I tried to Harley Quinn one year and I had like the pink side was orange and the blue side was green. It was great. It's like, well, that was not what I
it's
intended.
like that worked. Nightbot is telling me that there have been 102 cat spottings on stream.
That sounds low.
Yeah, is that like since this year? Or
We don't-
Perhaps since the
no, Mike-
command was instituted.
Since the command was instituted, but my cats don't come on stream much anymore.
Yeah.
Kimbo was the worst offender of it, and with him gone, and nobody else really comes up here now. Like I've got 3 sitting around my feet, and not a one of them will let me pick them up.
Oh yeah, and I'm not on stream as much anymore for my cats to cause shenanigans. They're always up in my face on my desk. Especially this time of year because they think that my editing machine is their personal space heater. And that's always my favorite because I'll be editing and my poor laptop can barely handle editing EVSN, so it gets very hot. And with a cat laying on it, there's sometimes I have to be very good about saving my work because frequently the cats will cause my laptop to overheat.
Nope, you don't. Okay, see, fine. Be that way.
And then it just crashes, and my poor wife has had to deal with me just finding me at my desk crying because I forgot to hit save on Adobe Premiere, and one of the cats overheated the laptop, and there went all my work. So sometimes if EVSN is late posting, that's why. It's because my cat Lilith overheated the laptop.
The cat ate her homework.
Yes, the cat literally ate my homework. And Pamela is back in her Dare Mighty Things shirt, which looks amazing. Okay, Pamela will be on camera, and there she is.
A working mic is the
We have
question.
turn it on.
Does this work?
Turn it on, and we'll find out.
I did turn it on.
Okay, hold on.
I see colors.
Boop, 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 boop. It's muted. Muted.
You have to
Okay.
Say something.
Hello.
Nope.
Nope.
Still can't hear Pamela.
Did you change it in Zoom?
Hold, please. I did not.
I'm holding a cat.
Okay, I am leaving y'all now. I'm switching over to Pamela.
Hello.
I have switched over to Pamela.
Does this work?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I have a microphone. I also have a dog. Come here, Malachi.
Hi, Malachi.
Hi, Malachi. Oh. Oh, nope. They can't hear. Nope. They can't hear you.
Zoom people can hear.
Yeah, we can hear you. They can't. They said they had her for a sec, so now it's just like, what? Oh,
They're Malachi things.
There we go. Can everyone hear me through this mic? Everyone's
I can hear
staring
you.
at me.
Yeah, well, we can hear you.
Hold on. Hold on.
Okay, and they say they can hear you on the stream now.
Okay, cool. I'm giving Pamela this mic.
That's
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Okay.
hear you. Can the stream hear you?
Hi.
Yes.
the stream
okay.
can hear you. Yeah.
The stream can hear you.
I
have to
am
go-
with. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I have to listen to echoes to make sure that I'm hearing the right thing.
So I'm here with some of the bestest of humans. And you may be looking at this lineup being like, but like Beth and Eric work with this team. And our intro, isn't his name in the credits of EVSN? And
It's true.
And like what you're seeing is I look for the helpers. I look for the people who are doing good and match the goals and dreams of our community in one way or another. And Beth just kind of snuck in through the side and she was like, hey, I can help. Hey, I can help some more. And eventually I reached the point of, I actually need you to do this. May I please throw money at you to do this thing? Help, I want to give you money. Hi, Beth, you were a volunteer, but you ionized.
I did. This is true.
So now Beth isn't Lady Pembroke, our friend online who did amazing things. She's Planetary Pan, who keeps Astronomy Cast flowing and curses at me and Fraser when we decide that our 3-episode series on spacecraft is actually probably, maybe, we're not entirely sure, but maybe it'll be 5. Maybe.
No, it was 6. It was 6.
That's where the maybe comes in.
And the conversation with Fraser in the background was hilarious because all of a sudden even he said, I know, you're just saying, Fraser, make up your mind. And I'm going, yeah. It's like, you're not wrong.
And Annie and I were working to do rockets, mostly Annie. I was there as moral support and proofreading. And people kept throwing information to her. Eric, our instro, keeper of maps, Gordon Dewis, who you've seen on camera throughout the weekend. And they each have expertise from various backgrounds. Eric is an enthusiast, a reformed SpaceX fanboy who now chases the facts off the launch pad and sometimes into the wetlands. And
Waters of the United States.
exactly. And as I was watching, the pandemic was coming to an end, and within our Discord community, this really weird and awesome and unexpected thing happened where a variety of different people who worked from home and went to school from home got together and started hanging out in our voice channels utterly silently, sitting there working on papers, working on work. I would sometimes hang out and work on software development, and this still happens. The other night, there were a whole bunch of us hiding in Modland preparing stuff for this event silently in voice chat, and I realized, like, oh, my husband came in, I should mute. And we're just keeping each other company like people sitting in a coffee shop. And Eric was one of those people, and when he heard people having a discussion about stuff where he had the insider knowledge, the stuff from behind the scenes, all this other information, he was like, hey, let me share my information. And then one day, as he was approaching graduation, I was like, dude, okay, you're about to not be a student. I can't offer you a full-time job, but can I pay you to help? And so Eric became one of our part-time people who also ionized from volunteer to being on our staff.
Kerbal
Hi.
makes the words go burr.
He does.
I mean,
I make a
Pamela-
very specific amount of words go burr.
Yes.
Yeah, Pamela and I do really
Like-
well at making words go burr, but Eric is
Like a year and a half ago, I basically wrote the 2,000 words a week.
Yeah. And we
And
loved
then-
it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And then we
And
had
now
funding
I do, like,
cuts.
Yeah,
I miss your history segments.
I miss
So
my
do
history
I.
segments.
So this segment is one of those times where we have to reflect on, I mean, this is going to sound so ridiculous, but inflation has made it so that people, to a certain degree, had fewer jobs, but more excess money in some job fields than exists today. And the side effect of that is people, they weren't going on vacation, so they donated the money they would spend on vacation. People weren't spending money on gas driving to and from the office, so they donated the money they would have spent on gas. Mm-hmm. And so we had this moment in time where Beth was writing one segment a day, where Eric was writing one segment a day, and the other two segments were either me or some combination of Beth and I. And then we had our Instro and Keeper of Maps also helping with all of it. And so we were able to do history, we were able to do rockets, we were able to do interviews, we were able to record 30 minutes 4 or 5 days a week. And we were accidentally killing Allie. That wasn't nice. But when we have the funding, we will turn every single dollar into content and spread that funding further than it can ever go. And today, Beth, I'm still getting to work with her on Astronomy Cast, and we work together on projects at PSI together. But I miss getting to write with her because she's one of the few people I've written with who writes as cleverly as I strive to. And we, I think, both take delight in trying to make each other crack up reading one another's words. And
It's
then
true.
Yeah. And I don't get to do that very much. And it's a delight.
And also leaving out any like hardcore geology, chemistry, or French names.
Yes. I prevent certain challenges to the people I work with. My inability. I have one of the worst possible last names. Gay is not a last name I would wish upon anyone. But my husband's last name I can't pronounce. So I had to keep my name. I had to keep my name.
Yeah,
And Keeper's over here just shaking his head, recognizing I can't pronounce my husband's last name.
I took my husband's last name mostly because my last name was at one end of the alphabet. Um, and I got tired of when my teachers would do I hated waiting to do the thing until the very end when they went in
Yes.
alphabetical order. But then you would every so often have a professor who thought it would be fun to go in reverse alphabetical order. And one time this happened to me, and I hit my head on the desk, and my professor goes, "And Beth knows what's about to happen." And so when I got married, my husband's name is solidly in the middle of the alphabet and also very common. So stalkers have a tough time finding me. And so I was like, I'm taking that.
That works. I like it. Now, our instro, you, thank God, are someone who has the expertise, the knowledge, the ability to randomly drive out and bring us Cheerios. True story. True story. But you are able, along with Keeper of Maps, to give us your friendship, your expertise, and your help out of the goodness of who you are. And I want to say thank you.
Well, thank you, because you give me an outlet for it. I'm wearing this NASA shirt because I'm a nerd. I had very little chance growing up because my dad was a rocket scientist, literally, specializing in space flight. Aero-astro engineer, was part of the team that wanted to try and see what it would take to bring the space shuttle to then Vandenberg Air Force Base. And that, of course, never ended up happening historically, but a lot of that work was his to lead. And so I really didn't have a chance. Every rocket launch that went up, I knew it was about to go up. And when the building started shaking, I knew that this was not a California earthquake. This was a rocket going up. And so having that love of things space related and always doing my best to look up and figure out what is that light in the sky? What is that thing that I'm looking at? The community that you've built here, the product that you've put out in the past, it gave me a place to be during long hours and empty days in foreign places where I had nothing to do but stare at the internet. So absolutely thank you for inviting me in, basically, and making me a part of this and giving me a place to spout off all of this random knowledge that otherwise might not have a place in the world.
We're all better through working in collaboration. And I've heard people say that you're only as good as the sum of the parts. I've heard people say you can only go as fast as your weakest member. But like the other day, Beth and I, who both struggle with various health issues, were like comparing between the two of us, we have a good heart and a good pancreas. And so it's just sort of like we are as strong as the best part of each of us put together. Now, luckily, while I have many things like the gallbladder that had to be yeeted that just aren't my best, when we all come together and we add our humor, our knowledge, our writing, our caring, and the heart that we have for space science, the best in each of us can create something that is so much better than the sum of the parts. Mm-hmm. Now, I know how Beth got here. I have to admit that at this point, at this hour, on this day, I don't remember how Eric and Dave found this place. So Dave, I'm going to go to you first. How did you find us?
Twitch was a fairly new thing. YouTube fairly older. And at some point I found an Astronomy Cast episode that had the first digit as a 2.
Uh-huh.
And so I started looking at that, and then as I was becoming acquainted with certain Let's Players and other streamers on Twitch, figured out that there was a whole community surrounding that there was a Google Plus Hangout
Uh-huh.
kind of thing, hence the archived name of our show. Um, the ability for people to scrounge the internet for stories and offer them up for everybody to consider and look at. Uh, Eventually, Discord came into play, but that was long after I'd found myself sucked in to the community.
Yeah.
It basically came about, like I was saying, because of having hours and hours to stare at the computer,
Yeah.
and every so often glance to the right and say, "Yep, everything's still green," and look back at the computer. And then of course there's the whole story about Gordon and I as we got ever closer to an astronomy cast of a certain fairly large round number,
Yes.
saying, "Hey, we should show up on Pamela's lawn at some point and surprise her with." And then before we could get anything super fleshed out, suddenly Pamela is announcing on stream, I wonder if we can do anything about that. And Gordon and I were like, "Wait, we need to tell her."
You still surprised me. I'm going to show everyone what you surprised me with. This is something I keep behind my desk always so that it reminds me I need...
Here, put this behind it.
Okay. There, that works better.
Oh, hold on. You're backwards.
I am backwards.
Oh no, that's great. No, yeah, you probably are backward. To me, it looks fine, but
Zoom meetings.
We have no idea if it's backwards or forwards. We're going to change it so it will have been both right and wrong for everybody.
Nice.
Excellent.
I just had to figure out.
Okay, it's heavy.
There, go. Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, this is the surprise they gave both me and Fraser and Keeper, who's sitting right off camera and doing production this time, and Nancy. So Nancy, I know, was involved in she made AC 500 happen.
Nancy is the true force of nature that allowed all of that to come together as well as it did.
And that was just, and I felt so...
Pamela, take your...
Sorry. So, yeah, I broke my arm in 2 places, days before Astronomy Cast 500, and I had people staying in my house, and I was arranging everything, and all of y'all stepped in and just took over so that I could take care of being someone who'd broken my dominant arm. And it was I'm apparently very good at hurting myself prior to major events. And you guys are very good at taking care of me, and I really appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Now, Eric, when we started Astronomy Cast in 2006, how old were you?
10.
Okay.
10.
I can live with that. I'm down with 10. How did you find our shows?
Some other corner of science Twitch. Might have been Rocket Sage. Might have been Dr. WD-40. I don't know.
So from Brainy Bites.
GKF.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. the Knowledge Fellowship.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
And then I joined the Discord one day,
and we
like
kept
late
you.
2019, I think.
That would be exactly the right time to join, because that was the point where we were just like getting done doing Banu, so you escaped the rocks.
I marked rocks.
Okay.
So it must have been earlier.
So
I
you
did like
must have
50
joined
or 60.
summer of 2019. So that was summer of 2019.
Maybe it's December 2018.
Yeah, I gave my summer to an asteroid. Well, yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it. We got to punch it. Now, we're all constantly evolving as people. What are the things that you hope that we're going to learn, that we're going to get to see, that we'll see developed by people who do hardware and software better than any of us? Silence. Apparently, we have already discovered everything this group of people wants to see discovered.
More like trying to filter down the list of 5,000 things so that it will fit in the segment.
Fair.
Go ahead, Beth.
I think I said my 3 the other day, and I don't know if it's things that will happen via community science or not, but discovering life here on this little tiny world, or Europa, getting that opportunity to do that, to finding Earth 2.0, an Earth-sized world in its habitable zone, and with the help of JWST figuring out that there might be H2O in its atmosphere, that would be lovely. Those are kind of like the 2 big things, and 3, of course, is SETI. So I'm always I'm always hoping for a signal.
What about you, Eric?
Aliens.
That works?
Good. So it gotta exist somewhere.
Yeah, they really should.
And
It'd be nice to be
certain
able to
upcoming
grab
rocket launches that haven't happened yet,
Yeah.
of sane architectures. Like New Glenn,
funny.
that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, you mentioned new architectures. That's another thing I had no chance against, because my dad's career right after being in the Air Force was with a technology company that was really, really trying to take the Air Force's 1950s and 1960s technology path that was supposed to eventually end up being a cheap way to space. And it got truncated in favor of rockets for many, many reasons. Rockets are the brute force easy way. Taking off from a runway and going orbital is much more difficult, but also more efficient and more sustainable long term, and a whole lot safer. And so they were trying to do that, and they ran into all kinds of interesting issues, mostly from the regulatory side of things, which is all rocket people. The airplane people wanted nothing to do with them. The rocket people said, this looks like an airplane. Go talk to the airplane people. I would like to see a day when we don't think space and then have an equal sign and then have a rocket. Because, I mean, rockets work.
But so does flinging
say,
things in a really big circle and letting go.
You're right. There are other ways to do the job, and I'm hopeful that some of those will finally get explored properly.
There's a giant cannon rusting away in like the Bahamas somewhere that shot things into space.
We would like human capable transport, if it's all right.
Yeah, I think space planes will be pretty cool.
Capable.
I mean, single stage to orbit space planes. We've already had space planes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shuttle,
Yeah.
my beloved.
So CosmoQuest is unlikely to develop a single stage to orbit space plane. What, as a group, should we make space for doing? I still want to do a, hey, I'm going to be at Yellowstone on these dates, camping here. Anyone who wants to join me, please register so we can have a semi-organized experience, but we're not handling money.
Mhm.
I really hate money. Um, what kinds of things do you all want to hear and see?
I just want more of the, hey, here's some more stuff we didn't know we didn't know. I want to hear more of the, here's a new mystery. Here's a new thing we don't understand, and we already do a lot of that. We already bring in the new science and the new data and the new papers, and that's part of what's kept me tuned in all this time. Be it beyond getting to be with nice people, uh, but uh, but anytime we can bring complicated Greek letter filled math to people in an understandable way, to bring it to them in a way that they can connect with emotionally. It's like, oh, we didn't understand where gold came from,
Mhm.
the element. We didn't know. We thought maybe it was this, we thought maybe it was that, but there were real problems with this math. Now we know
Yeah,
where gold comes from, where platinum comes from, where these heavy metals came from. And that stuff to me is exciting.
yeah, me too. Me too. What would you like to see, Beth?
Um, I really want more community science. I really would like to see more community science projects for people to come together on because I feel like things like that really do give you a big sense of community. Everybody gets to participate.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you're not just reading a story or being talked to or listening to an interview. You're actively participating. So, and more in-person stuff,
Yeah.
I would really like to see us do some more in-person kind of things and really work to build our community from just being virtual to being physical.
I agree. I'm somewhat spoiled because we have had a tiny, tiny influx of people moving to the Midwest. And when we hold events that we're filming out of my house, a lot of people, in terms of how big my house is, my house will get filled with humans. And it's just awesome to get to have everyone gather. Annie at one point came down and she's like, "We are out of forks." And it's like, I love having this problem. This means there are humans here. And we are sciencing and science communicating and unfortunately begging for money. But we're doing it together.
Mm.
And I loved doing the eclipse trip in 2017, even if an asshole cloud prevented me from seeing anything. It was like the exact size of the sun. It was the tiniest little cloud. And as totality came into play, it came onto the sun in total, and it lingered, and it went past the sun at the rate of the moon. So as totality ended, so did the cloud begin to leave. But the trip was worth it because of the humans. And there was the World Didn't End trip in 2012 where I got to meet Michael Myers for the first time, and the Astronomy All Stars trip where Beth and Bill Nash became forever embedded together in my brain, and
Bill
Ast-
Nash.
Astra 500 and arguing over whether or not French toast should have cinnamon on it.
Yes.
Um,
It should be made with cinnamon. It should be made with
Keeper's like,
cinnamon toast.
no.
Not required.
It's not required, but it tastes good.
It should be
does.
it should be in the egg wash. Yeah, absolutely.
So we have slowly but surely been coming out of this pandemic. And I'm hoping that at some point, I'm not going to throw this mic to you. I'm hoping at some point we'll be able to go back to doing things face to face. And I think we're starting to get there. Oh, other dreams, other wishes. And do we have someone to do the next Minecraft thing in 10 minutes? Because my computer doesn't seem to be getting internet anymore.
I have discovered that I can't screen share from this computer into Discord,
no.
which is, well, at least I can't screen share Minecraft. I can screen share the Minecraft launcher.
We are now at $6,934. We are $66 away from 7,000 in Kindful. I had it pointed out in the last session that the donations link on our website is our generic donations link. Therefore, the donation gets to us, but it doesn't get included in the counter unless I go check a box. So during the next Minecraft segment, I am going to go through all the donations that have come in since Friday and see if there are any others that need to be fixed so that they appear in the ticker.
Mm-hmm.
Software. All right, so I'm out of words at this point. Beth, can I throw to you and then switch cameras and places with Gordon so I can see if there's any donations that we've missed? I will be right back as soon as I evict him from my chair.
Sure. Eric, you didn't get to. I don't think you got to answer the question of what you would like to see from CosmoQuest.
I would like more in-person things, for sure.
I really loved Astro All Stars and getting to meet Gordon and Michael and Bill Nash. Obviously, I mean, for all that we tease each other, it is a loving friendship, and I will never forget the look Pamela gave me when Bill made me like snort during astronomy cast.
It was priceless.
It was very much that shush that she gives to Neil deGrasse Tyson. It was kind of the same facial expression of, like, oh my God, stop that.
It was necessary in that moment. I was trying very hard to record audio. And I was also sleep deprived.
We were all sleep deprived.
Yeah. This
but it was a lot of fun, and I would like to do more things like that. I'm with Eric on this one, and I think I'm kind of hopeful that as things are getting better and people are getting more comfortable and more, vaccinated all the time, that we can start doing cons again too, because I would.
Yes.
I have lots of friends who are like, are you going to Dragon Con? Are you going to Dragon Con? Are you going to Dragon Con? And it's like, I want to, yes. But it's very difficult to do when you're not invited to speak on things. So, and we lost our local Comic-Con, so I'm bereft at the moment.
That is sad. I have found one more donation that's not appearing in the tickery thing. One moment, please. And I'm
trying to figure out
power to fix it.
Trying to figure out which donation link is not the correct one. Oh, that one at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one goes to the yes. All right.
There was something that wasn't correct on a post that went out to Facebook, but I fixed it after.
Yeah.
That's fixed now. That's fixed now. Yeah. I saw that one. I was going through the social media trying to find things to share on my account, see if I could motivate some more people.
Yeah, going back to what Beth said about more community projects, obviously that's not just a function of our willingness and enthusiasm for these kinds of projects, but also a function of projects that are available to be handed out for people to do in the first place. Um, we we stand ready as a community to do this. I think this was one of the great efforts, and it whenever Bennu comes up, and inevitably our 14 million plus marks get forgotten about, I'm there. I'm like, hey, we put eyeballs on all 14 plus million of those rocks, boulders, pebbles, craters, which look different on that world than they do anywhere else. But once you know what you're looking for, they're all over it. The fact that when you count up all of the thousands of people that did even one fully marked image, that was thousands of images that they marked. And it's kind of like the donations people are giving today. Every mark helped. Every bit helped, and we eventually made it possible for NASA to put that probe in a place where it could grab a huge amount of sample and bring it back to us. And who knows what we're going to learn from that.
Yeah,
I do enjoy bringing it up to Dante every time I interview him regarding DART, so that like he talks about it.
Yeah, and so we have funding to do a very, very small, basically humans versus machines citizen science project to find out if the AI is behaving correctly on making image mosaics. I'm working on that with the Real Fake admin. And one of the frustrating things about the pandemic for me is you really have to be in the room when people are planning their science projects to say, hey, we can do this with citizen science. And with the pandemic, we just haven't been in the room, and that has changed things. There was also the weirdest ever timing of grants last year. So I submitted a grant to do training data for machine learning algorithms in astronomy to the National Science Foundation 2 weeks before ChatGPT came out. So grant submitted, ChatGPT came out, grant reviewed. And the grant review I got back in a whole lot more words than this said, there's no reason for training data. ChatGPT can do all of this. We don't need citizen science anymore. And it pointed out that there is a general fallacy where people think that ChatGPT is magically looking things up on the internet and using logic to answer questions. And the thing is, it is not. It is simply trying to mimic human behavior using training data, and the grant was to, So I have been working extremely hard trying to get grant funding and had the most ridiculous grant rejection. Like, it was written into the grant rejection that I should have addressed the possibility of using generative AI. And it's like, I used the words machine learning. I used all the technical terms for self-training and train. I used all the terminology of computer science because the grant went in before ChatGPT existed. Yeah. So yes, I am with you. I may even be a bit bitter because I was super proud of the grant I submitted. And the rejection, like, just made me want to throw things. So yeah, peer review is sometimes flawed. Anyways. We, after correcting the 2 slightly lost donations that didn't appear in the ticker but did appear in these are the donations you've received, we are currently sitting at $6,985. We are $15 away from $7,000. We need $10,000 so that we don't have to make any cuts. We'll make cuts if we have to. It's what we do. It's what we've always done. We understand times are tough, and the money that people had because they didn't have to drive back and forth from work during the pandemic is not money you have today because gas is expensive. We get it. It's fine. I hate fundraising, but I hate cutting projects more. All right, let's go to Minecraft. I see Veronica there. Veronica can hear me. I'm embiggening her screen, and we are not going to kill this world at the end of the week because I think I'm going to want to build in this world on stream periodically because this world is cool. All right, we are going to Veronica in 3, 2, 1. You're live.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our Marscape. We've got a few new things to show you, but generally, we've got a really good group of buildings here that were built by a good group of people. So we did finally get a cell tower up and running. That was requested by all the tourists that were staying at that fancy pants hotel over there. Now I'm just gonna double check one thing. Nope, that's not it. Here we go. There, hopefully. This should look much better. Okay. So we've got this green kind of army looking building. And then I'm gonna mute the voice in my head because thankfully it's real. It's just one that I can hear. Yep, I sure did screw up something. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. I pushed the wrong button. I was trying to make the voices in my head, i.e. Pamela, um, be quieter, and apparently I muted myself as well. It's definitely a CosmoQuest Hangout-a-Thon. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm not quite sure what's back here, but there's lanterns. I haven't seen this before. Private staff only? Oh yeah, like that works. No outdoor clothes past this point. Remember to decontaminate. Oh, well, I walked under the flowers. I'm good. Leave things as you would like to find them. Well, that's always a good policy. Ooh, got another little sleeping quarters. I love the purple beds. That's very pretty. Let's see, do they have any? Well, they don't have any basics. Well, I mean, I know you're supposed to always travel with your towel, but still. At least a pumpkin pie or a fish. Oof. Let's see what we got down here. We got more beds, more beds. Ooh, and a bunk beds. Purple and flowers. This is pretty awesome. I don't know who built this, but you done good, kid. Looks good. All right, let me go back out and see. Wonder if there's anything else I've missed. Reload for audio. I'm assuming the audio is coming through now. Now that I figured out not to push the wrong buttons. We are expecting a lot of guests. Okay. Yes, we are. Um, hello. If you have the first house on Mars, you know you're gonna have house guests. Now this is that fancy pants hotel I was telling you about. It's got the zen and the climbing structures and a little bit more privacy than that bunk room. And it does have some beautiful little nooks. Although some of the artwork is a little unsettling, shall we say. So yeah, you want to make sure you check out where you sit. For sure. Guess that's why there's chairs on this side and not on that side. And yes, this is the big room. I like it. Okay. And you can't have a hotel without having at least one restaurant nearby. I kind of question the um, intentions. Curry in a hurry. That's yeah. It's named after my favorite curry restaurant, Indian restaurant by the farmers market where I used to live. I miss them. Okay. And then here is probably the most important building, the Water Treatment and Processing Center. It says it produces drinking H2O, LH, which I still am not sure where that is, and LOX, which I'm pretty sure is liquid oxygen, because that's a requirement when you are trying to escape gravity wells. Water treatment and processing. This is a pretty elaborate building. And I mean, this is very industrial, very clean looking. Don't see any dust bunnies here. The only thing that I still want to take with me is this monitor. That is really cool. I like it. Well, I did try earlier and the monitor is attached, so since I can't borrow it, shall we say, let's go take a look at some more buildings. So this is the beginnings of an aquarium, which has lots of room for expansions. It does have, for some reason, a fish dispenser. So yeah, you'll always have kipper snacks when you're here. And I still don't know quite what these rooms are for or why the lights are like this on the floor. They almost look like beds or tables. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Oh, so pretty. Now this you can't go swimming in because this is very special kelp and it cleans the water itself too. They were going to put some fishes in here, but they couldn't figure out how to get them to live in creative mode. Let's see. So then after this building, I know we have a couple more over here. Let's see. Now this one, oh, I remember this one. This one's really cool. This is kind of a sciencey building, but it has a clean room in here. So we've got the airlocks. Just ignore the windows for the airlocks. They're fine. They're mm, they're airproof. Okay. And then here we've got some crystalline experiments going on. Documentation, because if you don't document it, it didn't happen. A nice chemistry set. And oh, this must be the geology table. Look at all the rocks and coal and I think the other was another kind of. Wait, what is that? Huh. Not really a diamond, but all right. Let's move along. Plenty to see. And this one, see now this building is using just the red sand from Mars to protect from the radiation. And this one's trying to use the terracotta that's from the planet and water, because water can be used as insulation. The garden here, garden. This is just pretty open. I'm not really sure what kind of protection from radiation there is in here. Although there's not any workstations, you probably wouldn't be spending too long in here. It is really nice and calming, though. Can you all hear the water? I'm gonna check in with chat. Liquid hydration. Oh, LH is liquid hydration. Thanks, Michael. So if Earth is a hyperspace bypass from Mars, the truck stop. Okay. Press button, receive fish. Sounds good to me. Yep. Donations? Yes, please. It hurts my aesthetic sensibilities that there aren't stairs in the water treatment plant. Minor detail. You know, you gotta work with the supplies you have. It would be my personal mission to put proper stairs. Well, okay. Let's see. Oh, and this is the library. I believe this was built by Architeuthis, who also built something else. Oh, yeah, the greenhouse with all the plants in it, so we can have plenty of food. So overall, I think we've done an awesome job building a lovely group of buildings here for our settlement on Mars, and I can't wait to go. So let's go to Pamela and see if she can tell us when we can go to Mars.
I clicked the button and muted myself. I'm sorry.
We told her. We told her.
That's easy to do. I've done it before.
Okay, so that was a fabulous tour of our Mars craft world. Thank you so much, Veronica. We are about to switch over into the last segment of the evening. I just want to give a shout out to all the Mars crafters first. I don't know who all has been in there in the entirety. I know there has been kids, there has been a PhD researcher or several, there has been community members, and what we're creating is truly excellent. And I'm being told, oh, I forgot to unmute to the folks listening in Zoom, but I was going out to stream, so credits to me for going out to stream. So one last fundraising update before we go into the last hour of Hangout-a-Thon. I'm going to hit reload. We're at $7,121. Now, we are going to have to make cuts if we don't hit 10,000. But the closer we get, the fewer things we have to cut. And I'm so grateful to all of you who have donated over the past several days to help us keep our programs going. That 30,000 we want to reach, that's where we will need to be to bring back the things we cut in August when this year's first Hangout-a-Thon flopped. And I know times are tight. I know folks are paying for gas again. And so when the money they might have donated in 2020 is now going to driving back and forth from work. I'm just happy we could get where we are. This means the world to me. And thank you. We still have community members that are here trickling in, but I'm going to go ahead and while they settle into their seats, I'm going to switch over to Zoom where my video is stuck in the corner, not in Zoom, where people in stream can see me and no one in Zoom can see me, but they can hear me. And I want to give some very special shout outs while folks locally are still settling into their seats, of which Allie appears determined not to. Allie's like, okay, she made fun of me. So the first thing I want to do is give credit where credit is very much due. Going out on screen right now and blocking some of our folks, sorry about that, is the Mars Craft graphic that Aaron created for us that we have used to promote our Minecraft land. You go by Just One Scarf online. Can you introduce everyone to what it is you do? I feel like we've known each other forever through this weird medium we share.
It's been a while, yeah. I'm a graphic designer and illustrator. I think we met at a South by Southwest.
That was the first time we met face to face.
Face to face,
yeah.
But before that, of course, Google Plus and everything. And I kind of carved my niche out by doing these social media propaganda posters.
Yes.
And that kind of started the ball rolling. And I love all things retro, so a lot of my illustrations and design has kind of a Art Deco or 30s or 40s feel to it. So yeah, it's my bag.
And all these years, any of you who watch Astronomy Cast, you've seen at various points behind both Fraser and I, we accidentally bought matched artwork without meaning to. So those vistas that you've seen of Pluto and Charon and Mars and all the different worlds in our solar system behind us when we're recording, that's your artwork. And what I love is you do science and you do the games that our community loves to play, like Minecraft. It's just been, it was super heartwarming to me to reach out to someone who does graphical arts so tuned to our community.
Thank you. It's good to hear from you, and it was good to help. I love this cause, so.
And we're going to do something this year that we've never done before. In this level of detail. We're going to do a full-on gift-giving guide for the holiday season where everything we recommend is either independent artists or the kind of stuff that you can't buy from an independent artist unless you're a crazy person. Like my laptop, I'm not going to buy that off Etsy. And your art is some of the stuff that I look forward to sharing out with our community. And I'm just really glad that you've, in your own quiet behind the scenes way, been part of everything we did this weekend.
Yeah, I hope you guys keep plugging away at that goal and it keeps rising. So anything I can do to help is great.
We really appreciate it. And you're welcome to hang out. You're welcome to disappear and enjoy things on the stream.
I'll chill here with you guys. You guys seem like a cool crew, so I'll get to know you a little bit more.
That sounds awesome. Thank you. We are also joined this hour by one of my colleagues in crime as a podcaster. Alex White is another one of the OG voices in podcasting. They were there in the beginning on Podio Books. I don't know if we first met at Balticon or at DragonCon, but there have been so many conversations shared in bars where we talked tech, we talked dreams, we talked fiction, and you are here to help make sure that this final hour, closing time, is truly a celebration. Welcome, Alex.
Hi, it's good to be here.
Can you turn your audio up a little bit? You're a lot softer.
Oh shoot! Yeah, hold on. Here we go. I'm just gonna keep putting some gain on the mic until.
I'm gonna figure out how to turn.
I think you're only in one of my ears.
Yeah,
too.
you're on the right channel now.
Oh Lord, this is not turning out how I was hoping it would.
This is a CosmoQuest tradition. You're just
On brand, however.
Yeah,
very much.
Thank you. The quintessential electronic music question. Why
Okay.
is it routed that way?
While Alex figures out their microphones, while Alex sorts their microphones with their fabulously camera-ready studio, we are now sitting at $7,227.
Excellent.
So we are now doing math in my head. We are now $2,773 away from our goal, which feels like so much. Yet I know there are people that earn $5,000 a day. It's all about perspective. Do we have any billionaires in the audience who could fund all of us forever?
I'll take a millionaire. Honestly, at this point, I'll take a millionaire.
Yeah,
please
but
help us out.
if they're a San Francisco millionaire, they're still struggling to pay their bills. I want a good old-fashioned Midwestern millionaire, because out here that money goes a long ways.
I as a Silicon Valley person, okay, fair.
Going for the trustworthy webcam.
You're fed.
You sound much better. And do you have original sound for musicians on in the top left corner of your screen?
I do now. It's weird. I'm used to just playing music the old-fashioned way. So
So under preferences,
I got it.
Okay.
I gotcha. I think I gotcha.
All right.
Yes, high fidelity music mode, original sound for musicians on. I'm here to be a musician.
So we are looking forward to hearing Alex.
Can you hear me? Is it okay?
Yes.
Do I start playing? I think I've solved this game. I'm going to start playing a song. How about that?
Okay, I'm going to sneak around to the other place so I can bring better sound to everyone else. Let's stick this down in the middle of the group. Here, this will make it easier.
And
Am I doing this?
They're loud so you can hear. Everyone can hear.
Okay.
I played this one at DragonCon. It's about a physicist who can't tell if their lab partner's hitting on them. And it's called Superposition. I know a girl when she walks in the room. air disappears and I'm a sphere in a vacuum. Can't get a grip cause I got no friction. She blinded me with science, but she's more like a fiction. White lab coat, laser smile. She said, let's scrap and cool some atoms for a while. She said, you're kinda cute, we should work late. Now I'm stuck in here on Schrodinger's day. And it feels just like there's plasma in my head. And I don't know if that cat's alive or dead. Maybe we should open up that box and see just what my fate has in store for me. She split me just like nuclear fission. Now do I ask her out? Gotta make a decision to collapse. I'll function now. I'm on a mission. Gotta get myself out of the superposition. She's my lab partner and I'm standing beside her. Wanna hit that like the Large Hadron Collider. What if she's just being super friendly? Her pull's like a black hole, it's gonna end me. She gets closer, cuddles in. Think that we might be Cobain when she says, you're so good, we should study you. Now you know my concentration is through. And I'm running the equations in my head. And I don't know if that cat's alive or dead. Maybe we should open up that box and see what my fate has in store for me. She split me just like nuclear fission. Now do I ask her out? Gotta make a decision. Our eyes lock and I'm trapped in her vision. She says, I wanna take you down into superposition. Thank you. It's so weird with the golf claps, the Zoom golf claps. Like, you can't hear any of them. It's just a... Everybody just wants you to know their hands are up there. They're clapping.
We were practicing the fine art of muting correctly so we could turn your sound on the good speakers. And
Nice.
and then it's like, okay, they're done playing, and because they're done playing, we can now unmute. And yes, I'm sorry for the confusion on so many different levels.
No worries. I have more music for you if you would like.
Yes, please. Let's first do a quick update on donations. According to my computer, we are now sitting at $7,278. So someone donated $1, and we love your $1, human. $1 is special. So yes, please continue playing. It's awesome.
All right. Y'all dig in them pockets, right? Like, let's get in there. I donated. You should donate. It's worth donating to. So, this song is called Using Like or As, and it starts with a space metaphor, but it's mostly groaner jokes for writers. So, enjoy. I'm a space writer.
Oh no.
So let's have some fun. 2 motes of dust. Oh, let me just clear one ear here. 2 motes of dust spinning endlessly across the universe. How different definitively say that it was us in this metaphor. And if you're not all in for that dopey stuff, show me the door. I've gone to rust, but my shine is something that I know you see. And my darling, you'll just have to pardon me for that metaphor. When you're around, it's like you drowned my editor. You're like the rain, you're like the autumn. Analogies are my disease. You caught 'em. You lift me up when I'm rock bottom. I gotta say, please, will you let me have you? And I like you like a simile, and no words can explain what you mean to me. I sing at you unthinkingly. You, babe, bring out my worst writing. I'm overfull of my blase thoughts, so allegorical. And it's just a phase, I swear that you won't hear me start to backslide into common phrases and accepted idioms. But it's puppy love. I've got the hots, yeah. And if you just come kiss me, you know I'd rock ya. Oh shoot, I guess I broke my promise. Cross my heart and hope to die of fondness. And I like you like a simile, and no words can explain what you mean to me. I sing at you unthinkingly. You, babe, bring out my worst writing.
Thank you so much, Alex. Did you write that?
Oh yeah.
So I too am a victim of analogies.
Uh-huh.
And I just loved the entire thing. We have multiple English majors between on camera and Allie hiding in the corner.
I'm in my production booth.
She's in her production booth. You can turn the production booth camera back on. It's still there.
But then I would...
No. It's like embedded in the scene where if you turn it on, it appears in stream in the corner.
Oh, okay.
That was just, I feel like this is how we need to teach high schoolers what similes are.
Oh, I always felt bad for Alanis on that ironic one. It's just you have to be the butt of every English major. That's not real irony.
Unironically good.
Sing the song. It's still a great song.
My girlfriend and I went to see Jagged Little Pill, which is her like Broadway stage show, and there's a whole scene with that where they're in class and they bring up that bit that it's not ironic, and everybody in the audience laughs, and that's
Oh, that is wonderful. I love that.
yeah.
That is fabulous. I wonder if that musical's on Broadway HD yet. You can stream musicals, people.
And
So we are currently sitting at $7,301. The money's still coming in. We're still not at the minimum level we need to not make cuts. I'm going to tweet madly if Alex, you will grace us with another song.
It would be my pleasure. I figured just a nice acoustic number here, which might be confusing to anyone who can't tell that I have a guitar just out of frame. So Yeah, when I was very young, I used to constantly dream of getting on a spaceship, just going out in my backyard in the middle of the night. There's a spaceship, and I get on and just go somewhere. And so this song was sort of inspired by that feeling, and it's just called Starward Lullaby. Sorry, was it too short? We could just keep
No,
going
that was
forever.
that was
I love
great.
acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
That was super good. And I say that as someone who's married to a collector of guitars who plays constantly and subjects me to all of the greats on full volume on his speakers.
Fantastic. You chose well.
You
think
have
I'm
to
any
visit
better?
at some point. I'd love the two of you to get a chance to play together.
That sounds terrific. I'm all about it. In the meanwhile, I'm hoping that people are digging in their pockets.
So we're trying to figure this out. So one of the things that just happened that has me both laughing and crying on the inside, and I think that Allie may be crying and laughing on the inside in the opposite orders, is our streaming computer, which is successfully streaming out to the world, will no longer let us touch anything. This means we cannot change the scene.
I broke the mouse. She's being nice.
We cannot.
Up the trackpad.
So we can't end the stream. We can't click on anything. I'm to tweet. I'm going to have to take my laptop that direction. We can't currently update the total number of donations. So if someone who's not in this room now for those of you who are new to CosmoQuest-a-Con or Hangout-a-Thon, both of these events have been interrupted on the regular by tornadoes.
You can have a plan B.
This year, we are recording from the storm cellar. There are no tornadoes. So instead, the computer locked up. We are streaming until we apparently are told by someone not in the room we hit $10,000. Another song, please.
I would just have to point out that I am paying the cat tax. I finally was able to catch her. This is
Nice.
Olivia, my co-pilot or landlord. I'm not really sure which, but yeah, this is the kitty that came with the house.
Like you
Nice.
literally bought the house and the cat was there already.
Yeah, when I was moving in, she came in the garage and came in the house and started wandering around like this is her place.
And
Yeah,
now it is.
and now it is. Hmm.
Alex, do you have a website or anything that you could, I'd love to listen to your music
Oh,
we're done with this.
absolutely. So if you go to, let me just double check here. If you go to soundcloud.com/countermeasures, you can see my musical profile, and I love every genre. I make all kinds of different things, everything from orchestral soundtracks to corporate stuff to that kind of stuff. So if you want, it's all there and free to listen to. So just enjoy. I hope you will check out the pinned track spotlight where I have the theme song for my latest release, August Kitco and the Mechas from Space, available wherever you buy English books worldwide.
I really like the name Countermeasures. Is that a pun?
It is. I was like, I got to be an electronic musician, and I was like, the countermeasures.
As a musical nerd, I approve.
Yeah, I'm just all about the puns. I love good puns.
Okay.
And like, oftentimes I'm like, the analogy, it's just that's the near cousin of the pun. All these writers who are like, I hate puns. Oh yeah? Well, do you like Faulkner? The answer might still be no. But come on, like puns. What the heck? I'm sad that my mic setup didn't work out. I've been like practicing in front of it for the last hour.
We've got sound in both now, so whatever you did fixed it. So
yeah, that's
you sound great.
Going through my basic webcam.
Oh.
The only thing I had to do to fix it was cut about $1,000 out of the signal chain.
Ain't that how it works?
Sometimes simple is the best.
I'm like, oh my god, this is doing this again, like music in the age of the pandemic is super weird. So.
I will take this time to say, if anyone donates $36, we will have another palindrome. $36, and it'll be 7,337.
Look at that.
Just $36.
You could buy Bleat. Right? No, that's 1337.
Oh, yes.
No, never mind.
Yes.
Don't buy. Just buy the palindrome. It's fine. Just don't even listen.
Buy the palindrome.
Or more. More works too.
But if you prefer little steps versus just big steps, then
another musical pun, giant steps.
Oh yeah.
Or a musical reference, I should say.
In fact, the first
Walking
chapter,
on the moon.
The first chapter, because August Kitco and the Mechas from Space is about a jazz musician, like a sad jazz musician, but it's a space opera. First chapter is named Giant Steps because it's about giant robots.
See? It's all connected. It's all connected.
Gotta check that book out.
we got the what was it, 26 or 36? There we go. We got it.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Woohoo!
That's awesome.
Just a couple more thousand to go.
Well, I think I was looking earlier, and you guys were all at like 2,600 about an hour or 2 hours ago.
Yeah, it's been ramping up.
Whatever it was.
Only donate in increments of $11.
Well, 110 is a multiple, and so 110 more dollars in the next palindrome.
Keep it going.
Keep it going.
Yeah, just chunks of $110. Keep those two middle digits the same for a while.
Exactly.
It's funny. So I do a lot of conventions and sell my art, and I'm upgrading my tower system, which is right here tomorrow with a new video card. But I was cleaning it off, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but this isn't my art. I picked this up from a friend I've seen at a few conventions, but thought it was fitting to show this. He does space and trains. These are all paintings, like mini paintings that he's done, and like trains, like train yards at sunset or whatever. But I thought this was pretty cool. It is in black and white. It's not purple, But yeah, you can see it's kind of lonely, you know. This person's coming to donate $110 right now.
Nice.
Yeah. They could just take us up to all 8s. I'm saying
They're taking their trip
to
Benno.
Lucky.
More 8s.
8,008 even. We could go for that one.
Did the goal start at 0 on Friday, or have people been? Oh, well, that's awesome.
Yeah, close to 0 on Friday.
Close to 0.
We started sharing the link out when we started discussing this actual weekend, but I think when we started, we were at maybe 200.
Will the fundraiser stay up, or is this it? Like in an hour, that's it. That's all you get.
It will stay up, but we may have to. We may still have to cut some stuff if we don't make that $10,000 goal pretty soon.
I just shared it with all my socials and donated some too. So hopefully, I can keep this going. I'll try to share it on my Instagram and stuff like that later. But I retweeted it, and hopefully everything keeps rolling.
Thank you.
So just to explain how that works, since I am the poor sod stuck with doing our budgeting, we always have a donation link up, and we're in a position where we really need $10,000 so that we know that as long as our Patreon doesn't go down any further, we will be fine between our Patreon and this amount of money to make it into the new year. We have plans to work to grow our audience as much as possible, because many hands makes more donations through a penny to your science communicators. And we're going into places we've never gone before. We're going into Instagram Reels and TikTok. And
we have a TikTok account now.
That's scary.
The kids love the TikToks,
I'm way too excited to be unleashed on TikTok. And Pamela's probably like, no, not you.
But I'm good with Reels. So this is literally the 30,000 is the amount we needed so that we could undo cuts we made in August. And 10,000 is the amount we need so that we don't have to make further cuts. And we're just going to keep this up, and it will be a reflection of what is needed as Patreon fluctuates up and down. But when it says versus FY 2024, this is the donation link that will continue to work through September 30th. This is us literally just working to get through this year.
September 20th, 2024.
Yes.
We're not going back in time.
You may not have the microphone, Malachi.
Malachi wants to eat the microphone.
I'm going to go back to tweeting now.
No, go.
Do you have a blue sky?
He tripped.
We do.
He tripped. Oh, baby. Got
Beth,
a little
do you know
clumsy dog.
Yet?
Yeah, we have all the things. We have a Blue Sky. We have a Mastodon account. So it's for Blue Sky. It's at cosmoquest.bsky.social.
And what is it for Mastodon?
One sec. Let me paste. Okay, there's one.
I still don't understand the Fediverse.
People donate when Alex plays money. I just want to say this.
Alex, you play money.
You've conjured forth the currency.
Should I start playing?
Yes.
Toss a coin to your Zoomer.
That's right. I assure you, I'm quite millennial.
I think it was more that we're all on Zoom.
No, I get it.
Oh, that's what I was. Yeah.
I could not resist. How about this? I'm gonna play a super, super sad goodbye song, and make you guys all reach in them pockets for a tissue, and then dry your eyes with your money, and then give it to these people. All right. This one's called "Stay." And I'm wondering how many more of these we get before they're gone, and they're just the times we had. And I'm thinking how every time we part the distance grows, but it won't be that bad. You would just stay just a little bit longer, hey. I knew this couldn't last forever, but you know that I'm not ready. Stay just a little bit longer, hey, hey. I really thought that we could have this lives, they lead us apart. We don't have the time. We don't have the heart. I know I walked away. I regret it now. Should have taken the time to say this is wonderful, and I hope this never ever ends. But I know that you have to face the sunrise. This is meaningful to be standing here with a friend. When you're gone, and I'll miss you in the moonlight. I'll miss you in the moonlight. I'll miss you in the moonlight. If you would just stay just a little bit longer, hey. I knew this couldn't last forever, but you know that I'm not ready. Stay just a little bit longer, hey, hey. I really thought that we could have this always. Stay just a little bit longer, hey. I knew this couldn't last forever, but you know that I'm not ready. Stay just a little bit longer, hey, hey. I really thought that we have this always. Whew, my headphones were trying to get away from me.
It worked.
Was that just a $3,000 song?
It was.
Yes.
Looks like it.
We hit our goal. We've exceeded our goal. We're at my vision is so bad right now. Thank you.
$10,424.
We are at $10,424.
Did somebody just donate like $3K
Yeah,
in one chunk?
yeah. We've got
I
some.
haven't actually looked.
Yeah, we don't know how many people donated yet. Pamela's gonna check it, but like, thank you, Alex, and thank you everyone who has given money. I'm sorry, I'm a little emotional right now because I'll be real with you guys for a second. I get to keep my health insurance because we hit our 10,000 mark. So I'm, a little like, meh, right now.
Don't blame you. That's
So
a big thing.
thank you everyone from the bottom
to
of my
everyone who
heart.
donated.
And thank you
Thank
to Mythtown, to Keeper, and to Legion 54 for the bits that they've just thrown at us. So
Yes.
thank you, everybody.
Wow. I love it. Damn.
Oh,
That was when
Yeah, I just refreshed my phone and I'm like, wait a minute. Am I on the wrong link?
Thank you. Thank you. And here's Pamela
I suspect
with more
there are going
thank
to be
yous.
a lot of happy tears in the background right now.
Oh.
So, hi. I was muted, so you only kind of saw. I kind of shouted and raised my hands, got out of my chair and realized that wasn't useful and sat back down in my chair. Caused everyone else in the room to refresh their devices. And Alex just kept singing their absolutely beautiful song, and that was how that moment needed to be. Human who is out there, you know who you are. You are really the hero that allows us to do what we do. And thank you, hero.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow.
And Broken Symmetry has it right. Second chances for the win.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we literally yeah.
We're all just like
I love it.
stunned.
I
Yeah.
love it.
I'm absolutely stunned. There aren't enough words.
Yeah. And we've
Wow.
now lost Allie.
Sorry, I need to go hide and do producer thing.
Okay, so she needed to be off camera for a moment.
I'm gonna go with thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
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 Thank you.
We love you, and we're now showing Trello on the screen.
Sorry.
Oh, what a community.
Wow,
Alex, play
27,000
something.
bits.
I'm going to be handwriting thank yous tomorrow.
Oh, that is amazing.
No problem.
I
Thank you,
just want
Alex.
to point out the phoenix in the background, and that is the logo of everything we did this time. We are going to burn bright with science. We're going to burn bright.
Awesome.
No, I really deserve it. CosmoQuest is such a wonderful resource for everybody, and it's something that needs to be out there in the world, and I'm glad that people understand that.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
I will just play. I wasn't expecting to play this many songs, so I'm really excited. I'm gonna play a song that accompanied the first of my Salvagers book series. It's called A Good Boy.
Go
and it's
read
from the
these.
book, A
Go.
Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe.
Hello. My dog tried to take advantage of me there. No, it's fine. It's fine. So my heart has calmed enough that I can now tell you all this means we can focus on, we're taking Escape Velocity Space News and we're just going to grow the shit out of it. This is our plan. We're producing this amazing content and it's reaching a large number of people by scales of like your typical podcast. But we don't want to be typical. We want to be stellar sized. Not black hole, those are scary. Actually, it's the accretion disks that are scary. And so we're going to take the content that we're already creating and we're going to start packaging it up into the bite-sized pieces of our late night scrolling. Hi, I'm with you. I'm one of you. People that are looking for content to fill their brains and bring them joy in a world with so little hope. And we're going to fill that space with more science, more rockets, more content. The Minecraft server that we've created, I can now afford to keep paying for out of my own pocket. CosmoQuest doesn't pay for all of our Minecraft. That is on, we just, play Minecraft with us. Your donations do not contribute to that. That is joy we provide. It means that I can keep the Mars server turned on because I want to go build in it. There's things I want to do. I have at the top of the stairs in my house this abstract art picture that every time I look at it, I see a dust storm on Mars with a city in the distance. And I want to build that in Minecraft, in Marscraft. And we get to now keep that server turned on because I can afford the cost of it every month. We get to hopefully start throwing more money at Beth to do interviews. And we get to grow, not really. We don't really get to grow. We get to grow the tiniest amount because we want the tiniest amount over $10,000. So that tiny amount over $10,000, that's going to become Beth doing interviews. We're going to do good. We get to not shrink. Allie knows she has another surgery coming up, and that was scary, not just because of the surgery, but because of medical bills. And now you made our worlds less scary and full of the ability to do what we love. Beth is slowly and calmly losing her shit completely on stream. I wish I could hug you, girl. We are going to celebrate by going to Waffle House because I can afford Waffle House for the team. So that's our plans for the night. We're going to go to Waffle House. We're going to try really hard not to let this wonderful dog lick any of our ears because that's what she lives to do. And then we're going to burn bright with science as we re-illuminate the internet with all that is possible to know and understand about this universe we share. And somewhere along the lines, the mouse magically started working again so we can actually end the stream. I think the mouse started working again because we got the donations. We'll go with that. So we have 12 minutes left. I want to hear from everyone around here where we are. I can now see the chat. This is exciting. Okay, I've been provided a computer. All right, I'm banned. Why am I banned?
You said a bad word.
Oh, I say bad words a lot.
You did, but this one wasn't muted.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fine.
You get us like
No.
time out on Twitch.
No. But we did get put in a corner. Thank you, Griff Dog. I wish you were here, my friend. I wish you were here. Thank you, our Instro, for pointing out the never-ending palindromic goodness that is possible. Yes, Waffle House for
think
the
admin
win,
has a
our
script.
Instro.
I do.
What was that?
I have a script that tells me the next palindrome.
Yes. Broken symmetry is like scattered, covered, and smothered for everybody, like Oprah. Not quite. Although if Oprah wanted to be our sponsor, we're here for it.
The one thing that I miss about living in Minnesota is no Waffle House.
Oh man.
It's a tragedy.
Don't have one here.
I have Waffle House here. I
Yeah,
might make
nothing to
cookies
New England.
instead.
No.
The closest
Nothing
one
up
is
there.
Arizona.
But we do have good public transit and transit-oriented development and a government that cares. So column A, column B.
Stop showing off.
Whoa.
So Illinois has both Waffle House, mediocre public transit, and really good social services. So I'm afraid we traded some of the public transit for the Waffle House, but we have more cows.
This is rapidly becoming a different stream.
Do you have a lot of lakes? Because we have that too.
I just love the idea that the Waffle
They have a
House
Great
is
Lake.
the devil's bargain. Like it's pretty good, but it's gonna cost
If your Waffle House closes, you know that your demise is imminent.
It's
like
true.
if not that if it like shuts down permanently,
Yeah.
but if it closes due to anything at all.
It's my fault. All the hurricanes
Run.
are brought my way.
That was a trivia question we had many years ago, and my buddy who runs trivia said, the question was basically like, what does the government use to monitor?
Yeah.
And it's
The Waffle
Waffle
House
House
Index.
closures.
True.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So crazy.
I remember the night that we were my ex and I were at a Denny's and there was a blizzard going, and I really, long story short, kind of looked at him and I'm like, they're sending people home in like half an hour. Why are we here? This is going to be bad. The Denny's is closing.
Yeah. Sign of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
I will say it was nice to get through an event and not have to
Activate Plan B.
activate Plan B due to we've had a transformer blow up. We've had multiple tornadoes that caused us to have to throw production to a different site. And our different site is currently sitting behind me instead of in the different site. So I feel like you just have to be here every time from now on.
So we can probably figure something out.
I did ask
I will
you-
also point out that my virtual studio option will mean that people can just be there from other places.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I did ask you what would happen if there was a tornado because you were going to be there.
I asked the same question, and I mean, as long as I have a cell phone, then we can remotely produce the stream from. My
You have a
place,
UPS?
Other than,
Yeah,
Yes.
you do.
UPSs are great, except if your internet does not work at that point.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have like 7 UPSs in this house, and trust me, I know when power goes out.
We have gone through many tangents. Let's bring it back.
All right.
I would like to point out that I am using my mug that Annie did mail me at some point.
It's true. It's true.
It can't happen, but just don't hold your breath.
Be very, very patient. Very patient. Maybe come visit my house.
I think that's easier.
Yeah.
She has
it's
a bunch
sadly
of
maybe true.
extra CosmoQuest shirts that she just hands out.
It's true. It's
And I
true.
still don't have one.
Hi.
I still don't have one.
Seriously?
I need a shirt. I have a sweatshirt.
You've
Maybe I'll
been
have to
in
go-
my house.
I
You've
have been in your house, and
within
somehow
arm reach of the wall of random merch.
Yep.
If
I
any of
still
you
managed to not acquire a CosmoQuest shirt.
So I actually have someone that works for me for my Etsy store who does mailing for me. So our mailings, if you buy a CosmoQuest shirt through my Etsy shop, Starstrider shop, Those will go out within 72 hours. Things I personally am responsible for may take a bit longer. I love all of you. I am terrible at mailing things. I think it's rule 13.
Don't trust Pamela to mail things.
That's the one.
If you forgot the rules, there's a VOD for that.
It's true. There is.
And the webpage.
Come here. This is Stella.
I gotta
by the
get
way.
going. So
Yeah.
this was
Aaron.
awesome.
So
Very
we're-
nice to meet you all.
It was fabulous. Thank you so much for joining
Cool
us.
lights too.
And check out Just One Scarf shop on Etsy because
It's
there is
awesome.
amazing merch there.
Thank you so much.
I mean, honestly, the only reason I want to have CosmoQuest-a-Con again is because we get some of the best merch.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yes, I'm responsible, but you guys provide me with a lot of links, and I always come out several dollars poor.
Awesome. Take care, Alex. Thank you for the songs; those were amazing. I got your SoundCloud up tonight when I'm up till 5 a.m. I'm going to listen to all your stuff. So
Oh, that's exciting.
yeah, awesome. Take it easy, everybody.
Thanks, Aaron.
Bye.
See ya.
So we still haven't had the dust clear on Twitch letting us know. Yes, that one's mine. I'm not quite sure why I'm being asked to unlock my phone. Clearly, I trust people. I don't have a code. I have a Michael's coupon.
Just a second. It's going, oh, you want to use your own.
Okay,
I
we're.
want to pull up the list of all the donors. So
Thanks for posting the link, Kerbal.
Yep.
So I'm going to be sending out thank yous tomorrow. The bits are all over the 10,000 mark. The subs are all over the 10,000 mark. This means we get to start putting things back. And this means we get to start bringing Beth back just a little bit. But a little bit of Beth is a powerful force to be reckoned with. And
Absolutely.
And then we get to start bringing back history after that. And I know how I have dreams, I have goals, and you make them possible. So
keep talking.
he's making faces at his computer, people.
Someone has to.
It's a Mac.
It
Yes.
is a Mac.
No, it's yeah.
Sour apple.
27777.
Did
Look at the
anybody
bit
just
total.
refresh on the?
What's that, Alex?
Has anybody refreshed your total recently?
Yeah, I haven't seen it move. Oh my, holy!
$20,714.
Whoa.
I managed not
you
to say the thing. I was
guys.
going to totally say the thing. Oh,
I said the thing.
Holy crap!
Whoa, you guys.
Yeah.
A lot more interviews, Beth. A lot more interviews.
We are totally going to do some science on this.
We are up to $20,714.
Basically,
Plus
someone
bits.
looked at our total and doubled it. Someone looked at our total and doubled it.
Pretty much.
We had one hell of a matching gift that I didn't know was coming.
Is that what happened?
It was one person. Yep.
Yep. Someone did a matching gift.
Unbelievable.
All right.
thank you.
The history segments are coming back. More of Beth is coming back. I think this means the newsletter. I know you hate doing the newsletter. We'll do it together.
I don't hate the newsletter. We just need to set up a format and then it'll be fine. I have apparently time and money to do that now, so okay.
Yay.
All right, we've got 1 minute left, and we're going to Waffle House.
And
and
the
I'm
number
gonna
keeps going up.
splurge and get the Grand Slam.
That's
through and
wrong
find the
recipe.
people you want to.
So while Alex plays, I'm going to thank the people who've put their names in where I know I can publicly say them. Legion 54, Renan Geo 06, Veronica Cure, Griff Dog, Keeper of Maps, Mythtown, R. Instro, Fenmill, Ash Rubber, Ruben, Ambius, Astro YYZ, Hexacosa Coron, Refs Matt, Adam Altogether, Broken Symmetry. Oh, looking for new names. KJ70FH. Bill Nash. I know there's more names in here. There's just a lot of repeats. On the diagonal. Sully Two Cats. Oh man, there's so many people who are just like, here's a few. Makawaka, Adam All Together. Oh, I went too far back in time. We got a lot of bits from a lot of really amazing humans. I think we're gonna go cry with joy. Allie's getting sweet tea. I'm getting decaf coffee. And the Grand Slam. Oh shit! All-Star Breakfast. All-Star Breakfast. I lied. I had the wrong breakfast food. Thank you. Let's go to Rockets. Click off air.